History repeats itself.
Thank the gods. You're no saint. I can see that. Though, who am I to question what form divine providence comes in? I am the great Alva Valai, reliquarian extraordinaire, seeker of mysteries, explorer of the unknown, lover of all things that glitter. And I need your help. The lost temple of Atzoatl. Halls lined with finery, boxes stuffed with glimmering riches and relics, touched by insurmountable power. For eons, lost to history. Until now. When I was young, my father gave me my first call to adventure by enlisting me in the employ of Dominus's navy. I used to love the sea, the way it smelled, the freshness of the air. But some stuff happened, and I returned to Theopolis, intent on living a lady's life. It was not meant to be, obviously. My lust for excitement brought me to the Reliquarians, a secret society of treasure hunters, funded by those cold and greedy societal upper crusts. I had my father pull some strings, and before I knew it, I was amongst it all, raiding temples and tombs across the land. But, well, you're an exile. You know how the Templars are. Untrustworthy is one way to describe them. When I came across a manual of vile blood thaumaturgy, I knew I couldn't let it fall into their hands. And it never did. Though that damned High Templar knew I was keeping something secret. And so, no longer welcome amongst the nobility, here I am. Luckily, there's a fortune to be made here, and a few of my old clients still remain loyal to me when it comes to spending what they have inside their purses. The lost temple of Atzoatl is said to be the most famed in all Val history and myth. Best I can tell, the temple began its construction in the final years of the Val Empire. The exact date of its completion has been hard to ascertain, as it occurred shortly before the events which brought about the civilization's extinction. Perhaps it is the fragility of the timeline that has made Atzoatl such a staple of Val mythology. Some say it was a place of darkness, home to the most vile of sacrifices. But there are others who claim the temple to be the birthplace of technology. Even our own is said to pale in comparison to what was being forged within those walls. Scholars today have even suggested that it was the treasure house for Queen Atziri herself. Whichever is true, it was bound to have been fiercely protected by fanatics and royalty alike. And if something's worth protecting, well, then it's worth bloody taking. Well, most of my market no longer exists. But I'm an adaptable type, and there are plenty of pirates, thieves, tyrants, and nutters who will pay good coin for my finds. I may just have to do a little extra legwork to find them. I've found a way to blaze a trail to that forgotten temple. A spell triggered by the blood of the Val. I've got some in me, you see. This spell will take you into days past. Once there, keep the portal open by slitting a few deserving throats. The longer you stay, the more I learn about the location of the present-day temple. Once we find it, we'll have all the time in the world to collect its many treasures. That's why we need to find the temple in the here and now. Be careful what you do while you're there, however. Any move you make ripples through time, changing things in this day and age. Well, what are you waiting for? Go make history.
Greetings. Let's go.
I need more mana.
Good job. Good to see you survived your first incursion. Listen, these blood spells are fickle things. They must be performed under certain conditions. Days of the week, stars aligned, that sort of thing. I'll scout out a new location to perform the next ritual. Find me, and we'll continue our venture.